Shmaya. We asked the kasha of the Sami Kelim. The kasha. Mukshe Moid. A very powerful kasha.
You is?
I'm meaning here. Mukshe Moid. I mean the kasha, his kasha. Mukshe Moid. There's a third line, the fourth line. Moid, you see
the fourth, okay.
Mukshe Moid. He has a Mukshe Moid. Very, very strong kasha.
Okay, good.
I'll tell you a kasha by heart and then I'll tell you inside. We know the Gemara says in Kiddushin, the Gemara says in, I'm sorry, not Kiddushin, in Shabbos, the Gemara says in Shabbos that when a person comes to the Olam HaEmes, the first question they ask him, if you are learning Torah. The first question they ask you in the Shamayim, ask you on learning Torah.
Are you?
If you're learning Torah. This is the first question. It takes us a kasha, it's from Emunah, Kitzel, work. The first question is the learning Torah. So I had a kasha like this. If the first question is learning Torah, so if this the first thing what you have to do in the morning, you're learning Torah. I heard from the Rabbi, my father, the first thing Rabbi told me in the morning you have to do is learning. Rabbi used to say the first thing in the morning you do before everything, you have to learn. Before everything, you have to learn. You get up in the morning, before you go to shul, you learn a few minutes. You learn. You have to learn. Learn. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shekocho gvuraso mo le'olam.
Maybe you should interrupt.
No, but the halacha says. You have to stop.
It says?
It's also double. No, the tzibur doesn't go back. And Ad Kedei Kach, there's a story with Rav Shach, the same story. Rav Shach and he heard this thing and he said the bracha, and then it was he was teaching, and he said it, and when he mistake, it was a famous story with Rav Shach. He thought it was this, it was something else. It was a famous story with Rav Shach. Okay, but this is Dover Ovod, on the spot. Ad Kedei Kach, the shine a posky in the bathroom, you can say it.
A what?
In the bathroom. Yes. Even in the bathroom itself. You hear it in the bathroom, you hear it. You have to say immediately even when in the bathroom. Some say in the bathroom.
As long as you cover it up.
I don't about cover up, but in the bathroom itself, so not like some double portions. But let's talk about it as a side point. Let's get to this side. The first thing a person comes to the MS, they ask him, on Torah. So the kasha is, listen to the kasha. Very powerful kasha. If the person's life depends on this, you come to judge a person, judge the main thing is learning Torah. Like I said, the main thing, like I say, this is the essence. The first question means you come to the it means this is like the most important thing. It's not stop at the ask this first question. It shows you this is an essence. A person comes in this world, and with this the first question. This is something you have to basically answer that question. So why Rameir says, before you learn Torah, you have to make 100% absolute decision to know the ways of Hashem before learning Torah. If you say the main thing is what? This is the kasha. If the main thing is what to know, the main thing is what to learn Torah, this is your life. The main thing is Torah, and then you get judged, and that Torah is the essence. When that Torah is not like this, the ethnic person, the first thing is Torah. So why Rameir says, before learning Torah, he says, you have to make absolute decision to know my ways.
But don't say
before you're learning Torah.
But he says also Torah.
Next step.
In what?
Next step.
What's the
Now,
next step?
if it was, if it was true, and it be first learning Torah, and then know my ways. This is a question of the Sami Kelim. And I read inside. And he wants to say big aside from that. But first get the foundation question. I'm reading from the beginning inside. You have a shechadaf? Inyan kachu. I'm reading inside. We found in the Gemara. Bebrochos soif perek beis daf yud zayin. You looked inside of Chaim. Gemar b'chol levavcha b'chol nafshecha. You have to make absolute decision with all your heart, with all your soul. Ladat rochai, to know my way. Ulishkoy dadar keitos, and to be a masmid day by day, and the doors of the Torah. Mukshe moed. I have a question that very bother me. Alot chilas dino shalodom. The beginning of a judgment of a person, al divrei Torah, learning Torah. Velama yigdim, ramei, why is magdim, nadad roch, to know my ways. Why says first thing, know my ways, and then learning Torah. V'im Torah, if you want to say, gam zeh min Torah is also from the Torah. Also to know the ways of Hashem is also Torah. Alo nichlal is very nichlal. Lishko the daketo says when you only say lishko daketo sech, and that's it. You don't have to say know my ways. It's very part. Nichlal is very nichlal belishko adatetos. Lishko is a masmid day by day, like a masmid day by day to come to the and the doors of the Torah day by day. Again, you get the cash. I explain. Being Torah, he says, being Torah, you want to say to know the ways of Hashem is also Torah. So it's already, because America says two things: know my ways and learning Torah. So if you say the knows the ways is Torah, so when you say only that, say only learn Torah, and that's it. You don't have to say it's very nichlal. Know the ways of Hashem is very nichlal, and already and learning the Torah. So you don't have to say know my ways. You don't have to tell me know my ways, b'chad.
It's going to be difficult.
It's already nichlal.
It will be very difficult. Maybe it will be very difficult to learn Torah without midos.
It's not midos.
No, because
very good.
Ladas is drachai is af urachom, af anirachom. No, it's not that.
Yeah, know
so
my
without
ways.
midos, how can you learn Torah? Your Torah is not valid.
But it's nichlal Torah.
To know that
the cash is a nichlal Torah. So only say Torah, and this is it.
It's like
Ach v'rak Torah say.
So Torah after is going to be different because you have midas. Without midas, how can you learn?
Listen, Reb Chaim. If it's ach v'rak Torah. If you want to say no one with Hashem, then no midas Hashem is also Torah. It's Torah, not also. Is Torah is also Torah. So say ach v'rak Torah. This is it. Don't say know the ways of Hashem. Mimon nafshach. This is the kasha of the Samika. But we forget the kasha has to be very strong on your again.
It sounds like when he said, Torah.
Dalta Torah means learning in the basement. In other words, Daltas of Torah means the gates, the ways, the doors of Torah. It means come to the basement and learn Torah. This means
cultivate, not learning.
No. Dalta Torah. Again, we get the concept with the Dalta Torah. Dalta means learning Torah. What is it? We'll get the concept. What is another? What it means? The Dalta Torah. What it means? We have to still work on that. What that means? But partially means learning Torah. We get what is it? We have to still figure out ourselves what that means. But let's think a second deeper. Let's think more deeper. What is the Saba Mikalim is teaching? Telling us a question here. It's a very powerful question. and you don't get the question very strong, has to bother you. Mukshe moedim, it didn't say kashali. It didn't say kashali. Mukshe means a question like a bomb question. Mukshe is like atomic. It's like a mukshe. It's like a bomb. It's a bomb. It's a very strong bomb here. It's the bomb. Boom. How it can be? You have to absolutely make a decision to know the ways of Hashem before Torah. How this can be? Exist that way? If the main thing is in life is Torah, ach v'rak Torah, only Torah, nothing but Torah, and this the judge, the first person judges Torah. So how can be something before that? And if you say it's not Torah, so how can be? And if it is Torah, it's already mentioned Torah. Make up your mind. If it's Torah, how it can be? You have to be first, you have to know Torah, because you judge on first thing on Torah. And if you say it's not Torah, if you say it's Torah, so you only say Torah, don't say more than that. See, B'monashach, the kasha is very strong. And he had this question, and soon we'll learn here big yesod here. Big yesod. But first I want to give the answer. Because today is a day of bchiros, so you have to be chazik even more. So I read you, it gives you like the essence of the answer, but not the explanation. Because you have to get the explanation, you have to read the 3 pages. But I want to give you the essence, and he says in 3 lines, he says it here. He says the answer. But you won't understand 100%, but at least you get the essence of the answer. Omnum. He gives you not the explanation, but you have to understand it really, you have to really get all the information. But not yet, not ready for it. Omnum kavonas niflo chiven ramei b'zeh. The Ramei had a tremendous kavona in it. Not kavona. Kavona niflo. Wow. He would have had, Ramei had to, wow. Wow. A tremendous kavona niflo in this. What is it? Bezeh ki dvar anikba b'seichel. I read in the Samikah.
I know.
What's the answer?
I didn't say the answer. I didn't say the answer yet. I did not say the answer.
We are understanding the question. We're trying to understand the question.
Now he says the answer. Now he's saying the answer. Now he says the answer. But he only gives this, he says like this. Ki. Dover anikba. Something that is fixed. The seichel adam and the minds and the seichel of a person. Now only that in the seichel. Their geisho eted and his feelings very, very well. Oise roshim chozok al adam. And makes effect very strong on the person. Utshuko gdoila bo la'afli. And it gives you a desire. Unbelievable desire. Unbelievable desire. And now you explain the answer. This is like that, the answer, he says.
That was the answer.
This is the answer. He said the answer.
Right,
He said the answer, but I have to explain it. You have to explain it as to what he means. But I will tell you what he says. But he says the answer. Oh, Shlomo came. He says like this. I'll tell you outside the answer.
No, I just want you to say too much stuff.
No, I'm saying what he says. No more than that.
But you could read 10 pages what he said also.
I only says what he says now. I tell you the essence. He says the answer, then he explains it. He says the cloud. He gives me your cloud. Dover anikba b'seichel odom. If you have it in your mind, you make a decision. It has to be kavur in your mind. And your mind has to be.
But he said bezet in this. What's the this?
No,
what's the
even bezet.
What's the bezet? What's the zet?
What he said, the chazal. What he said before, what Rameir said.
The Gemara, what he said.
We had the Gemara. Ki. Davar anigba b'seichel odom. Because something that is drilled, something that is kavua, something that is established. I like the word established in the mind of a person. Not only that, uber geshoy. It is feeling that means in the mind and the feelings.
I hate it. Feeling very good feeling.
Well, something that is established in the mind of a person and the feelings well.
But maybe it means and established in the feelings also. Maybe it's
no, both.
I know, but established. One is established in the.
One is in the mind, one is in the feelings.
But they're both established.
They're both established, right? Kavua.
The second one's also established.
Yes, also established. I agree with that. Very good. It makes very strong affects the person. And not only that, he says, it gives you a desire like you never saw. Wow. Unbelievable desire. And this is the answer, he says. And this is the answer. When you make a decision, absolute decision, to know the ways of Hashem, with all your heart, all your being, and basically you see the greatness of Hashem, your mind is established, and your heart is established well, it affects the person so much, and it gives you a desire to learn Torah. This gives you the desire to learn Torah day and night. This is the system how to make a desire to learn day and night. Is a chana for Torah. Because the Rabbi says you have to make absolute decision to know the ways of Hashem. And you see, wow, Hashem, wow, Hashem. You're like a drunk person walking in the street. You see Hashem's wonders of Hashem. Wow. Every minute, wow. Look at this. Every second. And you don't get drunk for wine. You're drunk for the greatness of Hashem. Every minute you get more excited and more excited. When you become 120 years old already, 100 years already, so excited you see Hashem. Wow, unbelievable. All your life you see more excited, every moment more excited. You're full of excitement. And you have that is established in a person. And his feelings, that affects the person and it gives him tremendously desire, laughingly, and that is the preparation to learn Torah day and night. This is the preparation. When you have that, when you do that, this is the preparation for learning Torah day and night. Unbelievable Chiddush, he says here.
Yeah.
Why Rameir says learning Torah before? What is it, Kasha? Why Torah is before? Nothing before Torah. Then it says, when you do that, this is Torah. Will get you to learn. It's not Torah. It's not considered Torah. But this is the chana for Torah. This prepares you for Torah. It makes your heart full of desire to learn Torah. It makes you a man of desire, of power, of only learning Torah. Why? Because you see one of Hashem's ways. The nose of Hashem's ways is the desire to get you, and gives you the chukah, and it makes a tremendous effect on you. If you see now, listen to me. If I say to you now, this second, I give you 100,000 medals. On the second, another hour, another 100, another hour. You get so much excited, let's say. Money, a woman, power, everything. You get excitement. That excitement affects the person a little bit. When you see the greatness of Hashem, that so much, it gives you excitement. And that the greatness of Hashem is the big power excitement that gets a person to the day and third day and night. Unbelievable Chiddush. Unbelievable Chiddush here. This is it. You got here a diamond here. Shlomo, you got the Chiddush? You got it? You got the Chiddush of Reb Chaim?
Yep.
The Chiddush. Now you explain it much better. But this time I don't want to go more. I only said the line because I don't want to. He explained it and explains it more. And I only gave you like the basic thing, but he wrote. And more, I don't want to go more because we get more mixed up. But get first the idea, the concept. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. So when you get up in the morning, I was talking to David Sackman about it. Rabbi said, when you get up in the morning, we have to say first thing, before Moedani, I get up, I get up to serving Hashem. We get up to serving Hashem. So you make it. What?
The first thing go to
No, Moedani is say your mouth. But what the father says to the children, get up to serving Hashem. So really the first thing before you say Modani, I'm making a decision, I want to see the greatness of Hashem. Then you say, Hashem is alive, the Kayom. I thank Hashem, wow. Emunah Hashem is unbelievable. I told you, I met this person, name is Rabbi. I met this person, name is Rabbi Shlomo. And he told me that this woman talked to the Rebbetzin of the Rebbe Chabad, the Rebbetzin of the Chabad. She asked the Rebbe Chabad, what the Rebbe Chabad works the most all day. She sees like the most he worked. So she said, give me a couple of days to check. After a couple of days she checked, the Rebbetzin of the Rebbe. And he said, he sees that he works very hard. Very hard. Every morning, I'm Modeh Lefanecha b'chai v'kayim. He doesn't say Modeh Lefanecha b'chai v'kayim like in 1 second. He sees every morning, he works on that Modeh very strong. It's not, he works on it. There's Avodas Hashem. After, wow, I make a decision. When he sees Avodas Hashem, he says, Modeh me. Only my heart, all my hands, all my essence, I'm thanking Hashem. Not only Modeh, with only a little bit. All my essence, all I have, Shachzarti, gave me back my neshama. Bechem lo rabo. What do we say?
Do we focus on spending more time on the quality of that mitzvah, like finding the thanks for God? Or, if I'm thinking, I might want to do more, right? I might want to study more if I'm spending the time.
You're only dealing more. I'm dealing not in kamus, I'm doing eichus. Not how much. And when you get a desire and eichus. Quality, not quantity. Quality. We'll continue. When you make a decision, absolute decision, so you get quality to know Hashem. So what are you doing? You see Hashem, what are you doing?
Well, what do we take out to do that?
What?
What do we take out of our day? Like, what's some, like it's in the morning, instead of doing what else?
I understand the question.
What should we do instead of,
You have to make a decision. I want to know the ways of Hashem. That decision, then when you come to learn, that decision will get you to desire till the day and night. That decision. Make that decision, that will get you till the day and night.